Wake up this morning because you know what day it is. Oh, we all know what day it is in 2024. Happy Transformative Tuesday. As always, I'm Dennis R. Holden, Mr. Motivation, the CEO of Herald of Hope Books and Inspiration. And yes, I'm coming to you, each and every one of you, with some words of encouragement, of uplifting, something to reignite the fire of your passion. Come on, say it with me this February. Wake up and lend me your ears on this Transformative Tuesday. Happy Transformative Tuesday, each and every one of you under the sound of my voice and tuning in today. Happy Tuesday, happy blessed Tuesday, I pray to each and every one of you, because we find ourselves, hey, in the next month of 2024, we're in lovely February. In fact, to go with our February, to present us, with a February theme, our theme will simply be a Stoic Latin phrase that I've come to hold near and dear. It simply states amor fati. Amor meaning love, fati meaning fate, which basically translates, or loosely translates, if you will, to loving your fate. Or if you want to bring it down a little bit, one more notch, just to have a little fun with it, embracing your life. That's all I'm asking you to do in the month of February. Amor fati, to embrace the fact that you have life, that you have an opportunity to make a choice, chance, and be the difference that you want to see each and every day. As you do that thing I'm always asking us to do every Tuesday. Come on and say it with me, somebody. Wake up and transform into your next best self. So, without any delay, let's go ahead and jump into this next quote, because as you can see, I'm ready. I'm kind of leaning into it. I'm rocking a little bit in my chair. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into things. Our quote for the day, to kick us off for Transformative Tuesday in February 2024, it simply states that fate is what we are given. Come on, walk with me. Stay with me here. But destiny is what we choose to do with it. Oh, somebody say it with me this morning, because I know you like that one, because I like it too. Fate is what we are given, but destiny is what we choose to make of it. Now, I know what you're saying, Dennis. You on 10, man. Come on with me. I'm right there. I might go up to 12, but I'm going to try to keep it right there. Walk with me this morning as I talk to us about fate and destiny. Remember, I told you, amor fati. I need you to love your life, embrace your life, embrace the opportunity of the circumstances and situations that come your way. Did I say love having hard times? Did I say love being challenged? Did I say, oh my God, I can't wake up to face the hardest circumstances of my life? I didn't say that. What I need you to understand, that fate and destiny go forward in this thing that as we try to transform into our next best selves. Fate and destiny are the building blocks of our lives that help shape and mold us on the potter's wheel of life. You do know that if you're not challenged, if you're not pushed, if we're not pushed outside of our comfort zones of life, we won't grow. We won't evolve. We won't seek to be better. We won't see what the next best outcomes of ourselves, the next best presentation of ourselves each and every day. So that's why it takes the guiding hands of fate and of destiny. Now, Dennis, talk to me, man, because you're throwing these words out strong, man. We're talking about fate. Well, let's start with fate. Fate is simply, if you will, fate is the circumstances and situations of life that are outside of our control. For instance, if it rains tomorrow, you can stand outside all you want, yell at the rain at the top of your lungs, quit raining today because I want the perfect day. But guess what? It's going to keep on raining. You can start fussing about a flat tire that you had, or you can just get out and fix it. It's just powers outside of it's just circumstances outside of your control. You can talk about how somebody don't like you, how you won't get an opportunity, on and on and on. But these things are out of your control. These are circumstances that you just can't help. It's called fate. In fact, to bring it a little closer to home, make it a little more palatable, if you will. Some people don't like to call it fate, because fate can come off a little astronomical, a little too big to comprehend. So let's break it down. Let's break it down to seasonal. Let's say seasons. What I'm talking about when I say seasons, we all know about that, because right now in South Mississippi, we found ourselves in the midst of what? Closing out of winter. What comes after winter, folks? Come on, this Transformative Tuesday. We go into spring, and the cycle starts over. Oh, now you're walking with me. I said seasonal cycles. Well, you do understand that as the closest thing to spring or winter that we're going to have in the South Mississippi, because it could be, we might experience all four of them in the course of a week, but I digress on that point. What I'm talking about is understanding that there are cycles of life. You do understand that sometimes you're going to be up, sometimes you're going to find yourself down. Sometimes you're going to find yourself just maintaining and keeping in the road. But all I'm saying is there are going to be seasons of change. There are going to be seasons of highs and seasons of lows, seasons of gains and seasons of loss. Finding yourself continuing to grow, but sometimes you just have to hang in there and endure the process of being shaped and molded in the pursuit of excellence. What I'm saying to us is this is fate, y'all. These are things we cannot control. You can't control the situation and circumstances of the weather. You can't control the attitudes of those people that you're around. You can't control how fast or how soon your destiny comes to fruition. That is fate. But guess what, though? And the beautiful thing about faith is, guess what? You get a chance to embrace it, to love it, to understand that this is how your life is progressing forward. This is how you'll be challenged to grow. Well, then it's how that challenge going to help me. Because every time you challenge, you get to build your character. Somebody said with me this morning, when you find yourself being tested by the slings and arrows of life, guess what? Now you have a testimony. When you find yourself with your back against the wall facing opposition, hey, you get an opportunity to strengthen your faith, to come to a greater understanding, to see yourself with greater clarity, focus, drive, and resilience, to see that you're more than what you think you're capable of, that you're greater than the circumstance that you face. That is faith. Faith is challenging you. It's pushing you. It's reminding you that, guess what? You have to endure and run the race of life. Because as you run this race, you pick up some flags, is what I call on life. You get to pick up some endurance. You pick up some resilience. You pick up some heart. You pick up a greater patience, persistence, and perseverance, because you understand that, guess what? I can't control the circumstance and situation of life. But what I can control is my attitude. What I can control is my mindset. What I can control is my focus and my perspective. These are the things that I get to love about myself, because as I mature, as I grow forward, as I go forward this thing and transform into my next best self, I understand this is where my power lies. My power lies in my ability to activate my faith. Come on, walk with me. My power lies in my ability to build my character. My power lies in my ability to be creative, to be strategic, deliberate, and intentional in the way that I live my life. But that's only if I decide to understand that there are going to be certain things in this life that I just can't control. But guess what? Those things you can't control, you can't manipulate with your hands, your actions can't shape or affect the outcome of them. Guess what? You better pray and leave the rest in God's hands. That's all you can do. Because once you do that, you give your mind a little peace. You give yourself a little respite. You give yourself a little chance to be more strategic in the way that you live, because you understand what's in your control and what's not in your control. Because just as fate is the thing we can't control, those outside set of circumstances, guess what destiny is? Hey, destiny is the opportunity to take hold of those things we learned from fate. That strength that we gained, we learn how to apply it. That faith that we are building up and cultivating, we learn how to use it. That strength, that greater testimony that we've been granted, we learn how to allow it to propel us in the various seasons of life. Because I already told you, fate is a seasonal set of circumstances that change for each and every one of us. Yes, each and every one of us. Somebody hear me out there this morning, because I know you're dealing with it. Right now, you're in a period of flux. Right now, you can't quite find your footing. Come on, I'm talking to you this morning. It's Mr. Motivation. You can stay here with me. I know it feels like you can't set your feet. I know it feels like you can't plant your feet and cultivate yourself in what you're trying to do. I know it feels like the things are just out of your control, but guess what? Stay the course and go forward. Because guess what? These are the stepping stones to shaping your destiny. You are learning more about yourself. These opposition, the circumstances you face are helping you create the stepping stones. Hey, the stepping stones to building your greater destiny. Because as I told you, fate is out of your control, but destiny is up to you. Destiny is when you decide to grow, learn, and evolve. When you decide to take the circumstances of life that didn't work in your favor, you took a loss, hey, but you learned a lesson. So it wasn't a loss. You find yourself with your back against the wall, but you learned how to fight and go forward. You find yourself during tough times, but guess what? It made you tougher. It made you more resilient. You find out how much more capable you can be in this season of your life. That gives you the opportunity to do what? Take control of your destiny. This is another part that you get to love. Love about yourself. Love that you can endure. Love that you can overcome. Love that you can find stability. Love that you can lean on a greater power outside of yourself, knowing that you are more than what you were. You're greater than a conqueror, but you also know it's not all on you. You're at peace within yourself. You're able to grow. You're able to push yourself forward. And guess what? As you see yourself growing, as you see yourself learning, as you see yourself evolving, guess what? You want to continue to see this. Because what the beautiful thing about us being human beings, we either can, we must, or we always will. Hey, say it with me. We find ourselves having to remind ourselves that I can, I must, and I will. We find a way to get it done. We dig in. We come to greater reserves of strength, of talents, of a greater understanding beyond what we thought we could manage. And we find ourselves able to rise above. That's what shaping our destiny is. That's what taking the leftover products of what has come from, the outcomes of what our faith has given us, and allowing us to apply it, allowing us to build us, allowing us to grow, allowing us to ascend beyond what we currently stand. That's how life is done. Because guess what? As me and my wife love to always joke around and say, life is going to always keep on lifing. Come on, somebody say it with me. Hashtag life will keep on lifing. What I'm saying to you, you got to be more resilient. You got to continue to run your race. You got to continue to hold your head up. And the more forte, you got to love the fact that, guess what? I know that challenges and opposition that come my way, but I'm not going to fall to them. I'm going to learn the lessons that are presented to me. I'm going to grow in the process of going forward in my life. I will evolve and advance in my life because I know greater things are coming for me. Just because fate exists, my destiny exists. And I'm not releasing my control over it. I'm not releasing my mindset over it. I'm not giving in to what it might look like because I know what I want to see. I know who I'm called to be. I know what I'm destined to become in the process of living my life. And you got to cling to that this morning. The same people, the same person I'm talking to that I was telling you don't get thrown off by the uneasiness of a season. I'm telling you to realize, come on with me in this morning. Come on in with me, Transformative Family. You have a destiny. Each and every one of us have a divine destiny. Now it's time to step into it. I'm on 5T. Love your life. Embrace your life. Embrace the opportunities that you're given because you have a choice, a chance, and an opportunity. What are you going to do with it? As you open your eyes, as you raise your gaze, as you raise your greater expectation between where you were, where you currently stand, and where you're going, what are you going to do with it today? The choice is yours. Each and every one of us, yes, each and every one of us are given the opportunity to ascend beyond where we currently stand. I don't care what it looks like. We all have to succumb to the circumstance of fate. If it rains on your head, it'll rain on mine. But guess what? Guess what, though? I can choose to be in that rain, get an umbrella, and keep going because I don't care. The weather doesn't affect my attitude. The climate doesn't affect my attitude. The circumstance around me don't affect my drive, my resolve, and my heart. And you shouldn't let it deter you either. Because guess what? You love your life. You enjoy the fact that fate will come against you because guess what? It's things you can't control. It's shaping you. It's molding you. It's putting you on the potter's wheel of life. It's giving you an opportunity to sharpen the blade of your life. Hey! Sharpen the blade of your mind. Hey! Instill the blade of your spirit and remind you that there's more for you. That's greater within you. Somebody said with me this morning, there is greater within me. And it's time for us to rise to the occasion of our lives. What I'm saying to each and every one of us today as we kick off this first Transformative Tuesday in the month of February is that I need you to amplify to love your life. Love the fate that you have to deal with. Love the fact that it's challenging you. Love that you're being pushed. I didn't say enjoy the fact that it's hard times, but understand that hard times are preparing you for greater things. That their stressful situations are giving you greater strength. That opposition that you find yourself up against is creating an opportunity for you. I'm telling you, you are being made, you are being shaped, you are being made better so you don't have to be bitter. That's how you build your destiny. What you take from these circumstances of fate, what you find yourself having to deal with, what you find yourself having to constantly maneuver and renew in your mind is giving you a chance to be strategic, to be deliberate, to be intentional, to allow yourself the opportunity to grow, learn, and evolve as you press forward in your life. Because guess what? You're the only one can do that. You're the only one that can decide that I want better, I deserve better, I can, I will, I must. When you do that with me today, when you decide that I want better, I deserve better, amplify. I embrace the fact that as I'm given life, I have to deal with the fate of life. But as I deal with the fate, as I grow in the process, I will shape my destiny as I'm shaped and molded on the potter's wheel of life. And I will be better, I will do better, I will expect better for myself and the world around me. Because guess what? The best is yet to be seen. I pray that each and every one of you, each and every one of you be blessed on this Transformative Tuesday and a more 5T to each and every one of you.